notice that I use a suggestion of pretending? Do you realize how pertinent that is, the pretending? How did it go? First you pretend, it moves to belief, and then it balloons to reality. The same way with every suggestion you give. That's why I never used to do that. I never used to say pretending, because then people, well, is it really happening? Oh, yes, indeed it is. The mind, the reason pretending is good is because it's not difficult to pretend. But to say you're going to go now into hypnosis can be very befuddling to the mind. What is hypnosis? Where am I going to go? I don't know. All that's critical mind, conscious mind, asking questions of itself. In other words, you're starting to jabber. It's not centered on one point. When you say pretend, that's all gone. Because if you remember when you were young, you pretended different things. Maybe you pretended you were cowboys and Indians, and it became so real to you as a youngster that you actually felt at the time that you were a cowboy and an Indian, or whatever the situation was. You were pretending. And you can use the same principle up to date. Everyone go back in mind to a time when you pretended, and pretending became real to you. Maybe you were Peter Pan and Wendy. Maybe you were cops and robbers. Maybe you were cowboys and Indians. Practice a moment. You've trained the mind to go back and reflect on the power of pretending. And then from that, you can use it as a beginning. Doesn't mean you have to. Most hypnotists don't do that type of thing. But that is a suggestion from a very good man in the field by the name of Dave Ellman. And that was that the magic of believing in something or pretending in something is basic to a thing occurring. And that's why when he ever worked with any of the clients, he would say, allow it to happen. That was all. Allow it to happen. That's a big suggestion in itself. Allow it to happen. And you could even use that as a, this is all general knowledge. Apply it to yourself as fits your personality. Not because anybody tells you to, but because you feel at home with it. You might not like that at all as an approach. You might much prefer to be a little more authoritative, and you're the hypnotist, they are the responding subject, but that's up to you. But be original. Fit it to your own personality, and then that gives you the key to showmanship. Does that answer the question for you sufficiently?